Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin have recently outlined their vision for what they describe as a new world order. Their remarks, delivered at an international security forum, challenge the United States and its allies, and could reshape the balance of global power. What does this mean for America, and for the future of international relations? Let's take a closer look. At the heart of this story is a growing partnership between China and Russia. Over the past decade, both nations have faced increasing tensions with the West. For China, the disputes range from trade conflicts with the United States to territorial tensions in the South China Sea. For Russia, the ongoing war in Ukraine and heavy sanctions from the West have pushed Moscow to seek stronger ties with Beijing. Xi and Putin's joint message is clear: they see the existing world order, largely shaped by Western democracies after World War II, as outdated, unfair, and no longer representative of today's realities. Instead, they are calling for a multipolar world, where power is distributed among several major nations, rather than dominated by the United States and its allies. During the Security Forum, President Xi emphasized the importance of respecting national sovereignty and rejecting unilateral actions, a veiled criticism of U.S. sanctions and military interventions. President Putin, on the other hand, praised what he described as a historic partnership between Moscow and Beijing. He argued that their alliance was not only beneficial for both nations but also essential for what he called global stability. Observers noted the warm display of unity between the two leaders. They shared the stage, exchanged symbolic gestures, and made repeated references to cooperation in trade, energy, and defense. It was a performance aimed not just at their domestic audiences, but at the world, signaling that they are ready to stand together against Western influence. So what does this mean for the United States and its allies? Experts say the growing alignment between China and Russia could complicate U.S. foreign policy in multiple ways. First, it creates a potential economic bloc that could bypass Western financial systems, making sanctions less effective. Second, it raises the possibility of coordinated military and technological cooperation, something that could challenge NATO and shift the balance of power in Asia and Europe. At the same time, this partnership has its limits. While both leaders are eager to push back against the West, there are underlying tensions. China is far more economically powerful than Russia, and Moscow's dependence on Beijing has grown since the Ukraine war began. Analysts warn that the relationship is not entirely equal, and that long-term friction is possible. Still, the message they are sending now is one of unity, strength, and determination to redefine global rules. So far, Washington has responded cautiously. U.S. officials have not released a formal statement on the latest remarks, but sources within the State Department say they are watching developments closely. As Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin continue to promote their vision of a new world order, one thing is certain: the global balance of power is shifting. For the United States, this presents both challenges and opportunities: challenges in maintaining its influence, and opportunities to strengthen alliances and lead through diplomacy. The world is watching closely, and the coming months will reveal whether this partnership between Beijing and Moscow is a lasting transformation or a temporary alignment in the face of Western pressure. For now, the stage is set for a global contest over the very rules that define international relations. You've been watching our special report. Subscribe for the latest international news.